What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite for a massive video here for you guys. As expected, we got plenty of marketing for multiplayer Warzone and of course zombies. So tonight, we're going to be talking about the brand new roadmap, the gameplay trailer, and even some other important DLC announcements. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, because about 70% of you that watch my videos aren't subscribed. So why not hop on board as we prepare for the slim thick mid-season update dropping tomorrow night. As a reminder, I'll be doing a big countdown stream tomorrow evening before the update does go live on all platforms. And yesterday, for the first time in about 10 years, I watched the first Die Hard movie, so I'm officially prepared for Season 3 Reloaded. Hopefully you guys caught up on either Die Hard or Rambo if you haven't watched those 80s classics just yet. Now, to get something out the way real quickly, it was unfortunately confirmed that neither Sylvester Stallone or Bruce Willis were brought into the studio to record lines for their Call of Duty operators. Activision instead has confirmed that they've taken lines from the original movies and remastered them for the Call of Duty in-game experience. And I'm not sure what the community would have preferred more, right? This route with the voice lines from the original movies, or getting impersonators to do their lines for multiplayer Warzone and zombies. The only part I'm disappointed about is that we're not going to get some actual original voice acting for John McClane and Rambo in zombies. Would have been great to hear how they react to the undead, but I think it works out no matter what. I know Sylvester Stallone just did voice acting for Mortal Kombat 11, so it may have been a scheduling conflict, definitely not a financial issue, so who knows what went wrong with that, but at the very least, we'll get some original voice lines from their actual films. And when it comes to the gameplay trailer, it went live this morning about 11 o'clock my time, and it's only a minute long, unfortunately. I'm not sure why they scheduled the premiere yesterday just for it to be a minute long. It also didn't show anything for multiplayer and zombies. It was all Warzone focused, but understandably so. We have the Nakatomi Plaza from the first Die Hard being added as a point of interest in Verdansk 84. It looks insane. I cannot wait to try this out. And another thing that was weird about the trailer is that it show Bruce Willis is John McClane a single time. And I'm like, why are they hiding him? We already got a glimpse of what he looks like in-game thanks to an ad from Call of Duty Mobile, so something may have went wrong with polishing his model for the marketing. Who actually knows? But it was a bit strange. We got a lot of looks at Rambo and a bunch of Nakatomi Plaza, but nothing of John McClane. So very confused about that. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. But downtown's broadcast tower is being turned into the Nakatomi Plaza for Verdansk. It has exclusive missions you can complete in the plaza itself. So the challenges are based all around the first Die Hard movie. For example, defuse a C4 explosive, stop an arms deal that is happening, and also break into the vault in the plaza. So I'm wondering if the arms deal will have you facing bots. Sounds a bit interesting, but the rewards are all going to be cosmetic when it comes to emblems, stickers, calling cards. You won't be able to unlock either John McClane or Rambo for free, unfortunately. They'll probably be locked behind $20 bundles, as we'll talk about deeper into this video. But that sounds fun. And aside from that, Warzone is getting support for the combat bow kill streak and the ballistic knife melee weapon. And it's a bit overdue at this point, but quick updates when it comes to the gameplay around that. When it comes to the brand new roadmap for Season 3 Reloaded, it isn't anything special. I would say the first roadmap for Season 1 Reloaded was the roadmap that contained the most surprises and bonuses that weren't announced, but this one still is pretty damn cool. So it doesn't even say Reloaded on the roadmap itself. It is all themed around this 80s action heroes event, which is fine. So we have the Nakatomi Plaza, as well as the survival camps and CIA outposts being added as new points of interest. We have new limited time modes in Warzone, Power Grab, as well as the action themed loot table, where I'm assuming you'll be able to buy or somehow unlock some action hero themed kill streaks, whether it's Death Machine, Combat Bow, who knows what else. New bundles there at the bottom for Die Hard and Rambo. The 80s Action Heroes event, similar to Hunt for Alor. We'll talk more about that later in the video. And a new event for Call of Duty Mobile involving a dual-wielding, guns-blazing mode with Rambo in there. When it comes to new multiplayer maps, we only have Standoff 6v6 and Duga for multi-team Fireteam, that is. We then have new modes, Die Hardpoint, get it, Die Hard, Rambo's gun game, the Action Hero Moshpit of both of those modes, as well as new challenges, medals, and rewards. And lastly, we have new weapons, which include the baseball bat, AM63, ballistic knife, talk more about that later. And for zombies, the new main quest for Outbreak, new intel, Cranked 2, and the new world event with the Orda encounter over in the Ural Mountains. So lots to break down today. I'm looking forward to all this content, don't get me wrong. I mean, I was expecting some other bonus maps or surprises, but more could still be announced tomorrow. And on top of that, I think if any rumored bonus maps were talked about this past week, they're probably being saved for Season 4. So next few weeks, I'll be talking more about what to expect with multiplayer and zombies in the next season of Black Ops Cold War. Now, when it comes to the update rollout, rollout times, it was very specifically explained that in Black Ops Cold War, an update does go live tonight at 9 p.m. Pacific and 12 a.m. Eastern. And it's a bit suspicious. We'll talk about that in a second. For Warzone, it goes live tomorrow at 9 p.m. Pacific and 12 a.m. Eastern, but the new content doesn't become available until May 19th at 9 p.m. Pacific, 12 a.m. Eastern. And for Call of Duty Mobile, the Die Hard and Rambo bundles don't go live until May 20th at 5 p.m. Pacific. A bit random, but my question for you guys is, could new content or even new playlists go live as soon as tonight in Black Ops Cold War? Wouldn't be surprised to see that, but without a doubt, I think at least an hour or two before schedule, we'll at least see some new content go live in Black Ops Cold War. Content usually releases right on time for Warzone, but as we saw in previous seasons, Treyarch usually drops a little bit of content a bit early in Black Ops Cold War. So aside from that as well, the update sizes specifically are as follows. On PS5, 10.3 gigs, PS4, 7.1, Xbox Series X and S, 13.1 gigs, Xbox One, 8.3, and PC, 10.3 gigabytes. That's of course for Black Ops Cold War. With Warzone, the update sizes are on PS5, 14.6, PS4, 14.6, Xbox Series X, S, and Xbox One, 15.2 gigabytes, and lastly for PC, Warzone only, 14.9 gigs, but for Warzone and Modern Warfare owners on PC, it's 18.1 gigabytes all across the board. So not too bad for an update size. I would say be able to update this in about, 20-30 minutes max. Not too bad at all. The Rambo and Die Hard bundles will be available starting on May 19th at 9 p.m. Pacific and May 20th at 12 a.m. Eastern, 5 a.m. UK, and 6 a.m. CEST. Will remain in the store until June 18th and come with, of course, the characters themselves and some cool looking blueprints, accessories, and even an emblem in there. So the content itself looks amazing. In a perfect world, we of course could unlock these characters for free through in-game challenges, but that's not going to be the way that they're handled with this reloaded update. They'll be locked behind probably 2,400 COD point bundles. We'll know more about that with tomorrow's updates. And to reiterate, these aren't just skins coming to Cold War, Warzone, or COD Mobile to replace existing operators. These are their own operators. They will remain in the game permanently upon purchase. We'll get cheesy one-liners in multiplayer Warzone, probably zombies. Would have loved to hear Rambo and John McClane's reaction to the Dark Ether storyline, but can't get everything we want at the end of the day. And I'm just happy we're getting these operators at all, and they'll be as authentic as possible when it comes to their looks and of course their voice lines. But we also got confirmation of the Death's Veil Maxis bundle, which is going to feature the Death Bride operator skin. It's actually leaked out a couple of weeks ago. Maybe Samantha and Weaver hooked up off screen and tied the knot, but it could also be a non-canon skin. It's going to feature the nailed down finishing move and the Death's Vow SMG along with the Death's Protest LMG weapon blueprint. It'll be funny watching people save Sam as Samantha when playing Firebase Z and doing that Easter egg. And we also got an announcement about the new Tracer pack, the Nuclear Distillery Mastercraft bundle, with the first ever Mastercraft bundle featuring 2 unique ultra rarity Mastercrafts. Warning, Treyarch has not yet tested this concoction for human consumption and is not responsible for any grown appendages or other side effects from radioactive materials. Next up, we have a brand new mode coming to Warzone called Power Grab. It sounds pretty interesting. So it'll involve a final circle collapse with 5 stages but no gulag, and instead you'll be able to revive your teammates through buying them back, of course, or collecting their dog tags. So operators drop dog tags upon death, and each dog tag collected brings you up a reward ladder, which is visible on the right side of the HUD. So it'll be a bit of a different type of mode, right? A bit of a kill confirmed hybrid. Reminds me of Search and Rescue from Call of Duty Ghost. And like with previous LTMs in the past in Warzone, some of them get received pretty well but never return after months of waiting. And hopefully if this is received well, they bring this back occasionally every couple of weeks. I mean, Cold War is an 80s themed Call of Duty, so why not bring back this action heroes themed LTM at least every so often, every season, right? Hopefully we end up seeing that. But in Black Ops Cold War, first and definitely foremost, multi-team elimination. Fireteam Battle Royale, which we're looking forward to, and I've been excited for and even asking for quite some time. So in multi-team elimination, 10 teams of 4 will drop in and fight to survive against an ever-expanding radiation zone. Redeploys will be limited and loadouts will be restricted, so teams will need to scavenge for weapons, score streaks, armor, and more. I could have sworn in a previous blog post they said that they were going to have restricted loadouts, but I thought that meant, you know, a couple of options to choose from, but loadouts are not in this mode at all, and I'm happy about that. You guys know, as I said before in the podcast, I'm not a fan of loadouts in Warzone whatsoever. It doesn't feel authentic, it doesn't feel like you can reflect your skills as a Battle Royale player when using the best loadout your favorite content creator told you to use, so I'm looking forward to this. It is 10 teams of 4, maybe at some point, if this is received well, they'll end up adding in solos, duos, and quads, right, with its own matchmaking system. Hope to see that at some point, but this is essentially Blackout 2.0 finally coming to Black Ops Cold War. If this does well for Activision, we could end up seeing the Ural Mountains big Battle Royale experience maybe added towards Season 6 of this game's lifecycle. We also have Die Hardpoint, so as it sounds, die hard, right? Work alongside your squad to capture hardpoints, eliminate enemies, and a race to gain 200 points or the most points before time expires. Capturing a hardpoint will give you a movement speed boost, the first of 5 potential buffs, and set your timer to 30 seconds. So it's like Cranked and Hardpoint had a baby here. Sounds insane. But beware, these buffs come at the cost of your life in explosive fashion when the clock hits 0. So, yep, just like Cranked. The timer can be extended by earning eliminations and playing the objectives, so aggressive play will be the key to survival, while on your team's hardpoint, your timer will be paused and kills will add 15 seconds to the timer up to a max of 30 seconds. So successive kills will also grant you up to 4 additional buffs on top of movement speed, weapon handling, ADS speed, slide speed, and a larger explosion for when you inevitably die, only achievable after a 5-kill streak. And that sounds crazy. I mean, what do you guys think about that? I'm not a huge fan of Hardpoint, but multi-team Hardpoint kind of struck my attention on the Fireteam maps, and this sounds like it's going to be pretty damn hectic. Not a big fan of 12v12, which was added in a couple of days ago. It's a bit too crazy for my liking, especially with the sweats. But we next up have Rambo's gun game. So the rotation of 20 weapons with a serious boost in firepower as the combat bow, war machine, RPG-7, even the death machine get added into the rotation along with the stim shot. So gun game with the stim shot and explosive weapons, I mean, this sounds ridiculous. I mean, I've always loved LTM's 2 gun game, right? We have Blackjack's gun game, we've had Blueprint gun game. I'm not complaining about a Rambo gun game coming as soon as this week. Sounds exciting. So on top of that, when it comes to maps, we're only going to be getting standoff in 6v6 and Duga for multi-team, right? Other insiders and leakers out there have claimed we're going to get other bonus maps in the mid-season update. It doesn't seem like it's going to be the case, at least not right now. Other things could be announced tomorrow, you never know. But when it comes to a map like Diesel Knight or other remasters from previous Black Ops games, they're probably being saved for Season 4, which starts in what, about a month's time, June 17th? Not too far away, so be patient for other maps out there. I still think there's plenty of content for players out there that give every mode in the game a chance. As a reminder, Call of Duty today is meant to be played as a complete package, right? Giving everything a shot. Multiplayer, Warzone, zombies. You can still put all your eggs in one basket, and there's still plenty of content if you have a job or a life outside of the game. There's still plenty to go around, but give other things a shot. Don't just, focus on one mode at a time and expect weekly updates to just that mode alone. That's my take on it, but we also have a map that was known as Dunes for Combined Arms. We're not getting a Combined Arms update in Season 3 Reloaded, so again, it's probably something for Season 4. We're getting a map called Dunes, which isn't as big as a Fireteam map, but is as big as a typical Combined Arms experience. And Crossroads still doesn't come back to Combined Arms either. That'll probably be coming out next month, so be patient with that. When it comes to weapons, we're also going to be seeing the baseball bat melee, only in Cold War this week, but coming to Warzone in Season 4. Not sure why it's taking so long to kind of tune that up for Verdansk and Rebirth, but the M63 machine pistol isn't dropping this week at all, but later in Season 3 Reloaded with an in-game challenge and the bundle to go alongside that. So not sure why it's being delayed, but I'm going to assume they're trying to kind of spread out content as much as possible to keep the game fresh for the next month. I'm a bit surprised we're getting the Reloaded update as soon as this week. I was expecting it to drop maybe the end of May, first week of June, but not complaining, right? More content to go around in the next couple of days, so let's see what happens with that. Now when it comes to the 80s action hero event, similar to the Hunt for Adler event, something I predicted a couple of weeks ago, I'm like, there probably is going to be an in-game event with challenges across Cold War, COD Mobile, and Warzone that allow you to unlock some free cosmetics. Was hoping for a skin or two for John McClane or Rambo through completing these challenges, but it's not going to be the case. So as they officially said, similar to Hunt for Adler and Hunting of Verdansk, operators will be tasked with completing objectives in both Cold War and Warzone, receiving rewards that can be used across both titles, with the exception of the Robot Tank arcade game, available only in Black Ops Cold War's Barracks. These challenges are themed around the awesome new limited time content and include objectives like completing matches in specific playlists or earning kills with a new combat bow in Warzone, completing all 9 Black Ops Cold War challenges to unlock a semi-automatic tactical rifle blueprint, or even doing all 9 challenges in Warzone to get an awesome bolt action sniper rifle weapon blueprint as well. So I don't know what these look like just yet. We'll see the skins once the update goes live on all platforms tomorrow, but at least there is some free content behind some of these challenges. It isn't the skins we were hoping for, but could have even done some alternate looks for Rambo and John McClane through this event. Give their original looks, in the bundles, but then have some alternate looks from some of their sequel movies through the event, but we didn't get exactly what we wanted with some of these in-game challenges. We then have new action movie inspired medals, which look badass. So as they said, these medals function similar to the ones already in Black Ops Cold War, offering a bit of additional bling to your barracks while also giving you bonus XP to help you reach that next level quicker. For example, are you shredding the competition with the death machine? Instead of the usual shredded medal, you may receive the light 'em up medal for your skill with this powerful minigun. Or how about using explosives, blast away your enemies, and you may get the Have a Blast medal in game to commend you for your expertise with explosives. So it sounds like it's a bit RNG whether or not you'll get these medals after doing these challenges, or maybe you'll get them every single time, not too sure. But this will of course be a limited time addition to Black Ops Cold War for the duration of Season 3. Now when it comes to zombies, we have quite a bit. So the Dark Eater storyline is set to explode in Outbreak. Zombies is a new limited time mode, plus more. The Requiem has not given us clearance to declassify. So looking at Treyarch's statement, I'm not sure if that means other zombie surprises are coming in Reloaded that haven't been announced. Totally possible. Don't get your hopes up for anything crazy like a bonus map or another mode entirely, but more could be revealed, so keep that in mind. We have a beautiful new image of Orda stomping around through the forest in Outbreak. So imagine casually driving your car, evading a Panzer or killing a Megaton, you know, doing an objective, and all of a sudden Orda stomps through the forest and almost kills you. So I'm looking forward to how you can kill Orda exactly in Outbreak. Will it be a bit different than before? Will Outbreak give you random Orda spawns, or will they only be able to spawn in Orda through this new world event being added in, you know, going to certain areas of the map where Orda could be? A bit unclear right now, but I think the intensity is about to dramatically increase with this update. And yeah, if you guys were saying before that Outbreak's a bit hollow, doesn't feel like a zombies experience, or is just playing zombies on multiplayer maps, things are about to get crazy when Orda just jumps to the mix this upcoming week. So Reloaded also delivers a new world event to discover. Massive Orda monsters now wander the Ural Mountains, posing a considerable challenge with a powerful reward for those who come out of the encounter alive. So maybe wonder weapons, I'd assume an easier way to get a ray gun, a dye, a ray K, or even some free perks, right? You never know. So you need a quick break between all the chaos. Try picking up one of the fishing poles found near water sources throughout the regions. Players just might fish up salvage, armor, perks, or even a special surprise. So wouldn't be shocked to see another wonder weapon from the Old Ether storyline added to Outbreak through an Easter egg like this. I mean, looking back at Blackout's fishing, you were able to pull up trauma kits, bandages, ray gun Mark II variants, and some other zombie surprises. So like I've said in previous zombies videos before, I think seeing classic wonder weapons added to Black Ops Cold War makes more sense for Outbreak through quests like this, not making them the wonder weapons on new zombies maps like Berlin or a map later in the future. So aside from that, we have other secrets waiting in Outbreak for players to find on their own. Beware the new dangers that lurk in the Outbreak zone, and keep your eyes peeled for anything out of the ordinary. So like I said before, right, you know, getting 2 main quests is already a lot to ask for. I can't even imagine other side Easter eggs are adding into Outbreak. I mean, once all is said and done, can't speak, with Outbreak's updates, right? The Easter eggs, the regions, the side quests, it will be the equivalent of a proper DLC 2, as they now labeled it with a previous blog post. So for the DLC season, we have Firebase, Outbreak, Berlin, and one more round-based map at some point, maybe towards Season 6 Reloaded, you never know. We also have Crank 2, No Time to Crank, which is coming this week. A new variant of the fan-favorite Cranked mode makes its way to Firebase and Maschine with an explosive twist in a limited-time 80s action hero zombies mode. So in this new take on Cranked, all players will start with a knife, with wall buys disabled and crafting tables removed. All mystery box locations will be active and restocked with different armaments, including more frequent support items. In addition to finding more explosive ordnances from the mystery box, zombies are more likely to drop lethal explosive equipment. So a bit of a Rambo slash Die Hard twist on Cranked here. Sounds pretty fun. Like I said before, why get rid of this? You know, at least keep it in private match options if you want to play this again in the future. I get removing it from public matchmaking LTMs when new modes are added in, but don't get rid of it, right? Keep it in private games going forward if you ever want to play this again in a future season. So we of course have new custom mod support, mystery boss weapons, and weapon buffs coming all this week. In addition to the new content in Outbreak and round-based zombies maps, Treyarch is bringing custom mod support to the Apply Blueprint feature, oh my god, to allow players to save their own custom blueprints and bring them into zombies alongside the blueprints they already own. So weapons from previous seasons are also being added to the mystery box, and trials reward pools, including the Groza, Mac 10, Street Sweeper, Farah 83, LC 10, R1 Shadowhunter, ZRG Sniper, Sledgehammer, Wakizashi, Machete, and the E-Tool. So, bit of a overdue update, right? Bringing in those old DLC weapons to zombies finally. It's been some time, but the community has requested it, so Treyarch has answered our questions with that. We also have real dramatic weapon tuning that Treyarch has posted over on Twitter, and they're not joking, right? There's a lot of weapon tuning coming to zombies. So high rounds are being made harder while every weapon in the game is being made better. It's a bit of a trade-off. I think it's a good balance, right? Make the game a bit harder for those out there complaining about it being too casual friendly, being too simple on high rounds. But on top of that, still making every weapon in the game that much better. And on top of that, a Dead Wire Tier 5 update or a buff is coming in a future update. Not this week, but at some point in the future. Hopefully you guys are okay with that. But they also announced when it comes to Onslaught that we're getting Standoff, as well as Intel added to Onslaught Standoff. The Onslaught LTM called Mystery Munitions. We didn't get much info about that today, but we'll learn about that presumably with a PlayStation exclusive trailer that'll go live maybe tomorrow or later this week. We got a PlayStation exclusive trailer for Onslaught Containment a couple of months ago in Season 2, so they'll probably drop one this week for Mystery Munitions. I'll be covering that here on the channel. I'm just hoping this LTM doesn't replace Onslaught Containment. The LTM got received extremely well a couple of weeks ago. I mean, it's the hectic, round-based, or surge-based survival experience, no Easter eggs, that we've been asking for as a community since late Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4. It's finally in-game in the form of Onslaught. And I get it, if you're on PlayStation, it's great. If you're not, then it sucks. You have to wait a little bit longer, but don't get me wrong. On November the 1st, for Xbox and PC, you're going to get a real large Zombies DLC drop that contains all the Onslaught maps, all the LTMs, all the quality of life improvements that we're getting over the next couple of seasons. It's worth the wait, so stay patient for that if you're on other platforms aside from PlayStation. But on top of that, they also confirmed that they're going to be doing a new challenge event in Onslaught with an exclusive blueprint reward. They haven't been too worth it in the past, but hopefully they do a reactive or Mastercraft reward for an Onslaught challenge at some point in the future. I'm also hoping that Mystery Munitions doesn't replace Onslaught Containment. I mean, it very well could, but we still haven't gotten support for Diesel and Mansion and Onslaught just yet, so hopefully we get that in a future update. We'll have to wait and see. Don't forget about the new Silverback Sideways bonus map also dropping in Dead Ops Arcade 3 later this week. But last and definitely not least, we have the wonderful Call of Duty Mobile, a ridiculously insane mobile experience that I didn't expect to get this many updates since its release. I mean, they've gotten so many seasons, roadmaps, LTMs, weapons. I'm blown away by it. I wish I had more time in my day to play COD Mobile, but hopefully I find some time to incorporate that on the channel at some point in the future. If you guys want to see more COD Mobile here on my YouTube, then let me know down below in the comments. But prepare for a limited time multiplayer game mode. Time to go in guns blazing, available in Call of Duty Mobile in a 2-week event from May 20th to June 2nd. Players will be able to transform into Rambo or John McClane in this new multiplayer mode, allowing them to see what it's like to become these iconic action heroes, rack up eliminations to become Rambo or McClane with dual-wielded death machines and increased health. What in the fuck? Two dual-wield death machines, I mean, how can you lose with that? I mean, unless you get sniped in the head, of course, but these two characters will also be available in the item shop for purchase in Call of Duty Mobile starting later this week. But wow, that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave all your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the Reloaded roadmap, the gameplay trailer, all the DLC that was announced for multiplayer zombies, and of course Warzone? Were your expectations met with the marketing? Did you expect more? Did you expect less? And also, if you guys like the background gameplay, getting a nice victory in the new gunfight tournament for Black Ops Cold War. Did this live on stream the other day, and it was an incredible experience reacting with you guys to all the crazy clips and kills. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed that. Let me get a quick sip of something. Ah, damn. Did this in about, what, 3 takes, 6 cuts? Not too bad whatsoever. But don't forget, tomorrow I'll be streaming the Countdown to Season 3 Reloaded. I'll be live probably around the evening time, and we'll be live for quite some time, enjoying all the new content coming to all 3 Call of Duty titles. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everyone.